What's going on, fantasy football folks? It's your Commissioner Malik, aka Big Meech, coming to you live and in living color. Thanks to the computer geeks down at ESPN, they've now given us commissioners, us dedicated commissioners, the ability to come to you in video, and that's what I'm doing right now. Had to represent my Phillies, throwing my red Phillies hat for two reasons. One, because I need a haircut, and this is in live and in living color, like I said. And then two, because they're going back to the World Series. So all you New York Stinky fans, aka Sam, the Freakins, we're coming to get our championship back. We're coming, and hell's coming with us. So, without any further ado, Week 5 fantasy football wrap-up. Week 5 wrap-up coming to you. Let's start things off with two of my homies, Kwame the Polka Dot King and his clown rulers, and Tim TD Touchdown Merlin and his lousy ass name of a team, Team Merlin. His name was actually pretty good. His game was actually pretty good. Both teams put up about $130, $140, but in the end, Team Merlin overcame behind a stellar defensive effort by those jerks, the Chicago Bears defense led by Julius Salty Peppers. The clown rulers go to 1-4. Kwame the Polka Dot King. I have to give him props because he picked up Brandon Lloyd and Michael Bush, and they gave him about 48 points. Unexpected. He might have got GM of the week had he won, but he didn't. Moving on. It's my man Sam, the Freakin' Ricans. He won his 4th game in a row after losing his season opener to bring his record to 4-1. He beat my man Jimmy Jones, 58th Street's finest out of Southwest Philadelphia. I know it, Jimmy, but your record ain't speaking as much. You're 2-3. And it's not looking bad, but it ain't looking pretty. It ain't looking the finest. The Freakin' Ricans, led by my man Sam, New York Stinky fan to the fullest. Rosario, got a cool picture on his avatar if you check it out. He had balanced scoring led by Hakeem Nicks of the New York Giants, who had 3 touchdowns. All of a sudden, the Houston Texans didn't act like they didn't know who he was, didn't want to guard him. He got 3 touchdowns. That's not going down in the NFC East. My Eagles are going to handle that. All right, we got this is going to be a good one. Hold on, let me get ready for this one. My man, Dane. Where you been, Dane? With his Blackwater, black men, black card, no gas card, having Blackwater men from back card, whatever. Had to whoop up on you this week, Dane. I'm sorry, bruh. First I had to whoop up on you in Madden, ain't heard from you then, and now I talked to you for a week before we started to play, and you nowhere to be found, man. You quiet as a church mouse. On the other hand, me, Big Meech, Leaks Dynasty, 19.2 points for Drew Brees. The defense of the Atlanta Falcons, a late pickup, puts me in the GM of the week category, scored a whopping 32.8 points, and Brent Selleck, short-handed tight end from the Philadelphia Eagles, chipped in with 10.7 to help Leaks Dynasty cruise to another victory. Dane, everybody knows you in this league, knows how much trash you be spewing on the message board, not saying anything for the past 2 weeks. You get the... Come on, son. Hell out of here with that nonsense, man. Where you at, Dane? Get on the message board. Everybody, if you see Dane, you tell him... Come on, son. Moving on. We got my beloved Corey Rose and his Tri-State Birds. I don't know, I gotta set this up because a few people that came down for the draft, they know. Like Corey was here, he looked like Jimmy the Greek with all his papers. He had about a tree's worth of papers here, ran all the ink out of my printer, printing out all his little pre-draft strategies and stuff. And in every one of his leagues, he's 1-4 or 0-5. Case in point. 1-4, Corey lost to Team Dre Day, who incidentally thinks he's the best who's done it at fantasy football. But to that I say, come on, Dre. You ain't got no hardware on your mantle over there. How you gonna be the best that done it? Fuck out of here with that bullshit, dang. Anyway, Donovan McNabb led the Tri-State Birds with 23 points, 357 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. But other than that, the Ravens defense had a subpar effort at 18.1 points, and nobody else on the Tri-State Birds decided to get in the double figures. Corey, shape up or ship out. It's time for you to start making moves. This will be the 4th year in a row you don't make the playoffs. You got to do something, bro. You're bringing down the family name. Speaking of family name, that's my daughter upstairs crying. Not going to say anything. Team Dre Day was led by Ray Rice, 27.9 points. Antonio Gates picked up the slack, 5 receptions, 92 yards, and a touchdown. This man is as good as they come. He's averaging more points than most wide receivers in this league. And the Titans defense, another great pickup by the supposed best whodunit team, Dre Day, scored 31 points in a winning effort, helping Team Dre Day cruise to a 118-80 victory over my beloved the Tri-State Birds of Philadelphia. Moving on, we have the Yim Yats, aptly named by my man, Mr. Milo, wannabe knowing football, Dabney, named his team the Yim Yats for good reasons. Beating up on my cousin, showing love, Crease Dub. Now this one kind of irks me because Crease Dub knows he's on probation. He's notorious for starting guys on bye weeks and leaving his team stranded when they're obviously out of the playoffs. Right now he's 2-3. Milo Dabney is 1-4. He beat Craig this week, thanks to Craig starting another brother on a bye week. Hey, see what Tiff wants upstairs for me. Starting another brother on a bye week. And for that, Craig, you're on probation. That's your second strike. One more in this. Come on, son. Get the hell out of here with that bullshit, man. Can't be starting nobody on a bye week. You gotta manage your team, man. I don't care how many hours of work you're putting in, alright? Come on, Creed Steaks. The Yim Yats were led by Sean Hill. 29.9 points. That's a great pickup by Milo Dabney. He might be turning things around with great GM moves like that. We'll keep our eye on him. Sean Hill, 29.9 points. 5 other players in double figures, led by the Bengals defense, scoring 27.7 points in a losing effort to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yes! All right, Tiffany. Don't get married. Don't have kids. Have kids, but don't get married. Anyway, Showing Love, Crease Dub. She said I was too loud. Showing Love, Crease Dub was led by Phillip Rivers, having a phenomenal season, scoring 32.4 points, 431 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Chris Johnson, in his MVP-like form, 25.2 points, 131 yards, and 2 touchdowns. But that all was for naught, as the GM, Craig Crease Steaks Dub, showing no love, started Brandon Marshall, who was clearly on a bye week. Come on, Craig. Cut that bullshit out, man. Let's get out of here. Come on, man. Get off probation and manage your team. The list to get in this league is long and strong, and I won't hesitate as the Big Meats commissioner to eliminate you and put somebody else in who's going to run the team. A good team at that, too. You got good receivers, great running backs, a great quarterback. You're tripping, bro. Get it together. Alright, and last but not least, I believe, yes, we got my homie, John Moneymaker Guerra, going up against the so-called D-Block. Defense of the New York Jets, best defense in the league last year, did a great job again for D-Block, scoring 37.4 points, propelling them to the 126-105.3 victory over the Moneymaker. Mr. Moneymaker pulled up with insufficient funds as Peyton Manning, all-world MVP candidate, perennial MVP candidate Peyton Manning, pulled up lame and scored a minuscule 9.7 points. Get it together, Peyton. You're a #1 pick for a reason. John, you got to see things like this happening. That's what makes you GM of the year. That's what gets you 1, 2, 3, count them, 4 championship trophies. John, we may have to talk about Percy Harvin if you really want Cedric Benson. And that's another thing. This league has been, all of you guys get an F for trash talking and movement. There's been no trades really. There's been, only trade is, you know, I had to fleece Dre for Mike Wallace out of Pittsburgh. You guys get it together and start making some trades, making some moves. That's what fantasy football is all about, man. This is boring. I didn't sign up for this, and now that we got video, I'm gonna be putting all of you guys on blast. All of you guys. Sam, get to work with your whack-ass proposals. I wanted to start denying stuff this week. Start denying all those whack trades. Jimmy Jones, figure out how to send a trade and make it happen. Milo, I don't know, just put something funny on the board. Dane, somebody throw a search party for Dane. Somebody get me a milk carton, put Dane's picture and his team on the side of that milk carton because he's full of ish, man. He's always talking trash when he's winning. He got a little bit of Craig up in him. Talking trash when he's winning, but when he's losing, there's nowhere to be found. Come on, son. Get that shit together, Dane. Get out of here with that bullshit, man. I'm Big Meech, your commissioner.